Sixth question. Write down the information in the form of an algebraic expression and simplify. The question is, there is a rectangular farm with the length 2a square plus 3b square meter. The breadth is a square plus b square meter. So the length and the breadth both are given to us. They have said it is a rectangle. The farmer used a square shaped plot of the farm to build a house. The side of the plot was a square minus b square meter. What is the area of the remaining part of the farm? Now, whenever questions are given like this, where a part of a land is used and a part is unused and we have to find it, the best way to do it is to draw a rough figure, where they have said that there is a rectangular farm. So, you see here, I have drawn a rectangular farm. They have said that the length is 2a square plus 3b square meter. So I can see here, you can see here I have written 2a square plus 3b square. Okay, they said it is 2a square plus 3b square meter. So we write that. And the breadth is a square plus b square meter. So we can write like this, meter. A square plus b square meter. Further, what did they say? The farmer used a square shaped plot. So there is a square shaped plot inside this rectangular farm. So he used a square shaped plot of the farm to build a house. What was the side of this plot? It was a square minus b square meter. That is what was given. A square minus b square meter. Since it is a square, both the length and the breadth will be the same. So this also will be a square minus b square meter. Further, what did they say? What is the area of the remaining part of the farm? Now, if the farm is rectangular and he has used this square shaped plot, all the remaining part which you are seeing, which is represented by oblique lines, that area we are supposed to find out. So how can we find out? First, we can find out the area of the rectangle. We know the formula for area of the rectangle is length into breadth. Then we can also find the area of the square shaped plot. We know the area of the square is side into side. So we use that and find it. Then the area of the rectangle minus the area of this plot will give us all this area around, which is represented by oblique lines. So let us start the sum. First we will write how we are going to proceed. Now, area of the remaining part of the farm is area of the rectangular farm minus area of the square shaped plot. So we'll write here area of the remaining part of the farm is equal to area of the rectangular farm minus area of the square shaped plot. Now, first we will find what is the area of the rectangular farm. Now, area of a rectangle is given by the formula length into breadth. Therefore, area of the rectangular farm will be, look at the length and breadth. Length is 2a square plus 3b square. Breadth is a square plus b square. So, 2a square plus 3b square into a square plus b square. We write here 2a square plus 3b square into a square plus b square. How will we multiply this now? Take the first term and the second bracket. Then the second term and the second bracket. So I write first term is 2a square into a square plus b square plus the second term is 3b square into a square plus b square. So this is equal to, now we can write here, this is equal to 2a square. 2a square will multiply with the first term into a square plus 2a square into the second term. So 2a square into b square plus 3b square into a square. 3b square multiplies with the first term plus 3b square into the second term. So this will be now 2a square into a square, a raised to 4 plus 2a square b square plus 3b square into a square is a square b square plus 3b square into b square, b raised to 4. This is equal to now 2a raised to 4. These two we can add them. Why? Because they are like terms. 2a square b square plus 3a square b square will be 5a square b square plus 3b raised to 4. Okay, so this is the area of the rectangular form. Next, what are we to find out? What is the area of the square shaped plot? What is the side of the square shaped plot? A square minus b square meter. Okay, so we will find out what is the area of the square shaped plot by using the side as a square minus b square. Area of a square. The formula is side into side or side square. So let us write side into side. Now, area of the square shaped plot, we know the side was a square minus b square. So we take here a square minus b square into a square minus b square. Now, though we have here a square minus b square into a square minus b square, we can multiply as we did in area of the rectangular form, or we can directly use the whole square formula. A square minus b square, the whole square. We can find out that way. Anyway, we will use this multiplication, that is, take the first term a square and multiply with the second bracket, that is a square minus b square. Then take the second term, that is minus b square, and then multiply with this a square minus b square. Now what happens in the next step? While we multiply, a square into a square is a square into a square, we write. Then we have the minus sign, a square into b square. Then this minus into plus is minus. You have b square into a square. And minus into minus is plus b square into b square. So this is equal to a raised to 4. A square into a square is a raised to 4. Here I have minus a square b square. Here also it is minus a square b square. Whether it is minus b square a square or minus a square b square, it is the same. B square into a square and a square into b square is the same. So that is why I have written it like this. Plus b square into b square is b raised to 4. Now I will write the last answer. Therefore I have here a raised to 4 minus a square b square minus a square b square will be minus 2 a square b square plus b raised to 4. Okay, so this is the area of the square shaped plot. So when I have to find the area of the remaining part of the farm, first I have to find the area of the rectangular farm minus the area of the square shaped plot that comes here. So I have to minus this. So let me write this first. Area of the square shaped plot is this. So I directly write here a raised to 4 minus 2a square b square plus b raised to 4. Let us see what is the area of the rectangular farm. The area of the rectangular farm was 2a raised to 4 plus 5a square b square plus 3b raised to 4. Okay, so we'll write this. So we have written here now the area of the rectangular farm, 2a raised to 4 plus 5a square b square plus 3b raised to 4. Next step is to remove the brackets. This one we can write it as it is. Therefore I have here 2a raised to 4 plus 5a square b square plus 3b raised to 4. Now I have minus. I told you when we have minus outside the bracket, what happens? For the bracket sign to go away, or for the brackets to go away, we have to change all the signs inside the bracket. So this becomes minus a raised to 4 plus 2a square b square, and here minus b raised to 4. Now coming to the first one, a raised to 4 out. Which are the a raised to 4 terms? We have these two terms. So a raised to 4, inside the bracket I will have 2, and here this coefficient is minus 1. So 2 minus 1 plus a square b square. Which are the a square b square terms? I have 2 here. The coefficients are plus 5 and plus 2. So I can write here 5 plus 2. Then I have b raised to 4. Which are the b raised to 4 terms? Here the coefficient is plus 3. Here the coefficient is minus 1. So this will be 3 minus 1. So this will be now a raised to 4 into 2 minus 1 is 1 plus a square b square into 5 plus 2 is 7 plus b raised to 4 into 3 minus 1 is 2. So now I can write the final answer for area of remaining part of the farm. A raised to 4 into 1 is a raised to 4 plus a square b square into 7 is 7a square b square plus b raised to 4 into 2 is 2b raised to 4.